Silence speaks. You know what else speaks? People. I am Emma, and I speak a lot. I know some of you can relate. And I think that's so interesting, how much we speak and how we meet people through that. Have you ever stopped to think about actually how much we speak, how much we talk to other people? If we just take it in our life, let's say our best friend, maybe 1 or 2 hours a week, maybe a bit more on bad days, that adds up over a 20-year of friendship, adds up to 2 to 4 years. Talking to our parents in our childhood, that adds up to about a year of our life. Talking to colleagues, whether we like them or not, 3-4 hours a day adds up to about 4 or 5 years of our lives. Talking to our significant other, maybe 1 hour a day, and over a lifetime, that adds up to 2 to 4 years. Over our whole lifetime, we will spend talking. We will spend time talking. It's gonna add up to about 8 to 14 years. Probably if you're like Adam, it's closer to 8. Or if you like Vipassana, but if you're like me, it's closer to 14. That's a lot of time. But there's this one conversation that we don't really like to have. And it doesn't matter what language it is in. It doesn't matter if we're saying it or if we're receiving this, but it all starts the same, 4 words. We need to talk. If you're not in your first relationship or if you're not in your first job, you probably have said or have heard these. Who has said these sentences? You're the bad people. And have you heard it? Raise your hands if you've heard it. So if we're not in our first relationship or a job, we have heard it or we have said it. We all dread it, and there's this familiar feeling of, I don't know what's coming. Your mind starts rushing. It's like, what is going to be said, and what will that mean in my life? What's going to happen? The thing is, it changes things. And over the last few months, I've heard and said it a lot more times than I'm used to. So this is 3 stories of me saying or hearing, we need to talk, and how it has shifted my life. The first one, we're in October. It's kind of a sunny day, but I'm burned out. I'm in my bed. It's about 8:30 a.m. And it's the first day in weeks that I don't have to wake up because I'm crazy enough to do a meditation teacher training on my weekends. So I'm laying in bed, I'm looking out the window, and my phone rings. It's a project manager calling me. I answer. She's like, hey, do you have a moment? We need to talk. They're moving me off a project. Something about the client saying that she doesn't have enough life experience to talk about well-being or burnout, honey, at this point. But the other part of the group loved me. It's just I was so controversial, or I was not perfect for everyone, so they're moving me off the project. I understand it. I even make a joke, because that's how I cope with sad situations. I make a joke about, I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I hang up the phone, and tears start pouring, and I can't stop them. And it's not about the call. It's about me feeling not enough, me feeling that I've put in all the efforts, and I tried so hard, and it wasn't enough. So there's this deep sadness that I choose to live with for the next few weeks. And fast forward, second story. There's this feeling building up in me that I have to talk to my partner. I have questions to ask, and it can wait. So perfect choice, a random, beautiful Saturday morning. I sit down and I'm like, we need to talk. My question was, have you ever cheated on me? The conversation we had was one of the most heartbreaking, also one of the most freeing conversations. The amount of love that was there was beautiful to experience. But it left me feeling both broken and bruised. And still, life goes on. So I kept on showing up. And I I thought I had it all figured out after 2 MTTs, so I share this with other people. And I was still burnt out, feeling bruised and broken, showing up for others, but not showing up for myself. This is how we get to the third story. Again, I'm sitting in my bed. It's favorite place. And I don't want to open my eyes before waking up. I just want to lay there and not wake up. I don't want to get up. And I remember what I just taught yesterday in a class, which is just one small win. If you're feeling burnt out, one small win. So I'm looking for my small win. And I know I should sit with myself. I often say that meditation doesn't take you where you want to go, but it meets you where you are. And right now, I do not want to meet myself. I look for a jumper that's way too old. Probably I should have threw it out like years ago, and my mother hates it, so I never go to this family dinners. But I see the jumper at the end of my bed. I left it there yesterday because I'm not cleaning these days. I put it on, feels familiar, and I sit with myself. Nothing to be fixed, nowhere to go, nothing to do. I just sit. And I say out loud, I think we need to talk. I start having this conversation with myself. I sit there and I meet myself for the first time after months. We say about 850 million words in our lifetime. It's enough to fill thousands of books. In my lifetime, since 1998, 18th of May, there has been 232,965 hours until today. I've had conversations with people from all around the world, and I've had conversations with colleagues, friends, and family. But for this long time, I've also had a conversation with myself. And the past months, that has been cruel and unforgiving. And in just 20 minutes, I started to change that again. In just the same time that we get our coffee, that we write some emails, we can start to shift that conversation. In your lives, you'll be meeting people, you'll be having conversations, and you'll also be having one with yourself. The conversations that we have with ourselves are the longest conversations we'll ever have. So we might as well start making them a good one. Thank you.